I've been getting a lot of them, and people will tell me that if an owner of a club come out and say, "Oh, this player is not for sale," does that necessarily mean that player is not for sale? Well, I will tell you that no. If an owner of a club come out and say, "Oh, this player is not for sale," it doesn't really mean that player is not for sale. All these things are ways of marketing players. I should tell you why. For instance, if I have a shoe and I say, "Okay, I want to sell this shoe," and I put the price at 15,000, you can come into my DM and say, "Okay, let's bid the price." You can price it 12,000. At the end of the day, I may sell that shoe at maybe 13,000. Now I've lost 2,000 for my price of 15k. But if I tell you that, okay, this shoe is not for sale, you will tend to bid higher to convince me, or to convince me that you want to actually buy that shoe. If I say this shoe is 15,000, you come and meet me and say, "Okay, let me give you 20,000 for that shoe." So that is what CEOs and all these top owners of club do. Sometimes they may say this player is not for sale, but for the right amount, they actually will sell the player. Because at the end of the day, football is a business. They want to make money. Do you understand? For the right amount, they will sell the player. If Bayern CEO is saying Lewandoski is not for sale, if Barca can match their bid, can match the money they want, definitely they will sell Lewandoski. The same thing with Manchester United. You are saying Manchester United is not. Manchester United are saying Cristiano Ronaldo is not for sale. But I bet if somebody will come and say, "Okay, we're going to give you $25 million for Cristiano Ronaldo," Manchester United are going to cash on him. They're going to cash on him. That is how the football world works. Yes, it's not all the times it works, but most of the time, 75% of the time it works. You can't hold a player who doesn't want to stay. Except you are PSG. You can't hold a player who doesn't want to stay. Lewandoski wants to leave, and I expect if Barca can meet up the wages and meet up the money Bayern are asking for, definitely they are going to sell. They have signed Sadio Mane, the other world-class talents in the world right now, and Lewandoski has only 1 year left. So that's what I'm trying to say. If CEO coming out and saying this player is not for sale, doesn't necessarily mean they won't sell. It just means that when you want to pay, you have to pay higher. If the player is worth 60 million, you have to pay at least 75 million, 80 million to convince the club that you actually want to buy the player. Ajax are saying Anthony is not for sale. But if Man U want to bid for Anthony, they should bring 70 million. Are you saying that Manchester United have bid, I think, 50 million and it was turned down? So they have to bid at least 70 million to convince Ajax they really want to sign Anthony. That is all I have to say right now.